Hi there, YouTubers and weavers, although you're not going to guess weaving by seeing where I'm at. I'm at Heritage Hill State Park in Green Bay, where some of you may be aware that I'm one of the historical interpreters here. And usually I work in this building, the gray building, which is our print shop. It was originally built as a general store and later converted into a print shop. But now, today, I'm not working there. I'm working next door, and we're going to walk over there. This Cream City brick building. The park generally calls it either the library or the YMCA, although neither one of those is truly the correct name for it. It was more like a boys' club. But again, not the modern boys club. It was a club for young men. Back in the 1870s, there was not a lot for young men in Green Bay to do. And this was built as a place for them to go to stay away from saloons and drinking establishments. So this is the library. This part with the front porch is from 1873, and then this area here is, I believe, 1889. I could be off by a year or two, but let's go inside. And there you go. We have a loom. This is a Sievers loom that has been in storage here at the park for many years. Sievers stopped actually making looms in the 1990s, if I'm not mistaken. But it really is a Sievers. You can see their name. Sievers of Washington Island, Wisconsin. So it's been in storage, and we're kind of restoring it, bringing it back to life, and hopefully we will be doing weaving demonstrations on it here at the park whenever this stupid Chinese virus scare is over sufficiently that the park can be reopened. So what I'm doing today as part of this process is taking off all the old wire heddles that were on here. You can see these are a much darker color than these new ones that I've just put on and replaced them with. So some of them had broken, these old ones. All of them are rusty. Like I say, this has been in storage for at least 20-25 years. So we bought all brand new 10.5-inch wire heddles. Bought about 400 of them. And I am putting them on the loom and counting to make sure I've got the right number on each shaft. The goal is going to be 100 heddles per shaft. So that's the process I'm going through today. It's a very putsy process, tedious, but you know, we'll only have to do this once as part of this restoration of this old loom. So move those over and get a few more on. So that's what's happening. This building, like I say, was built as a young men's club to keep them out of the trouble that they could get into on the west side of Green Bay, which at that time wasn't called Green Bay, it was called the village of Fort Howard, in the 1800s. And so it's There's not as much historical stuff in the room that I'm in, but in the room that's behind me, the older part of the building, we've got a great deal of antiques and historical artifacts and stuff. So anyways, that's a little about the building, a little bit what I'm doing here on this loom. It's not a long video, but I wanted to give you an idea that I'm going to be mixing this kind of video in with my stuff from home, at least for the summer. So I'll keep you informed as we do stuff, and hopefully once we get past the park not being open to the public for interpretation. It is open for walkthrough, no cost, but there's no interpreters either. Once we get open to have interpreters, yes, the cost will come back, but there'll be people here to tell you more about the history too. So once we get past that, you can maybe come visit. Anyways, that's enough for now. Well, YouTubers, there's the loom again from a different angle. We do have a warping board. There's a basket full of shuttles. I need to get a reed for this. I'll bring one from home because the park doesn't have one. There's all 4 frames for the harnesses or the shafts. All of them now have 100 new wire Heddles each. And these frames, right there, you can probably see that thing, have a little bracket holding the metal rods in place. So you have to have 50 Heddles on each side of that to have an even distribution. You have to thread each side independently. So that's kind of a pain with this particular loom, but it's very doable. Anyways, that's that. This is the inside of this part of the library, boys club, YMCA, whatever you want to call it. And that should be it for this video. So, I'm not used to holding this thing this way. That's it for this video. I'm gonna go home and get this up onto YouTube so you can see it. And when I do some more work in here, I will do another video. Bye-bye for now.